Good morning, welcome to day 13. Look, we found Chris.
Hey! Fleeciest hike he ever was.
We're at Greenhead behind Thurwall Castle. Good morning, Lisa. And we're making coffee. We're going to have a look at Thurwall Castle. It'll be the third time we visited it, but we're going to pay our respects. And then we're going to go to a place called Once Brewed, where there is a pub called Twice Brewed. There is Thurwall Castle. Let's climb the steep little slope and have a look. John Thirwall built this castle in the early 1300s, mainly from repurposing bricks from old Roman buildings, possibly Hadrian's Wall. And the Thurwall family left the castle some time afterwards and it went to rack and ruin. And then in the 19th and 20th century, people came and robbed lots of the bricks for their own buildings. And this is how it stands today. Mad to think that this is at least 700 years old. You walk past Thurwall Castle on 3 different national trails. Hadrian's Wall, coast to coast, and now the Pennine Way. See you later, old friend. This is Homehead Guest House. We stayed around the back of there, and there you can see Thurwall Castle there. Gorgeous little river. This is the little camp spot on your right at Homehead. And right now we're walking on the Pennine Way and Hadrian's Wall path. We're only going to walk about 7.5 miles today, but there's going to be some big climbs and big drops. And this is the first one away from Homehead Campsite. The climb starts now. Got some morning cows to walk past. We know this from walking Hadrian's Wall. There's some big climbs if you stick to the wall. It started raining. Thunder in the distance. Getting closer. Weather warnings issued. There it is. First part of the wall we've seen on this trip. Construction started in 122 and finished in 126. There's a bus that you can get along Hadrian's Wall. I remember the lady telling us it was called Hady 122. That's it then, so we follow the wall for a bit then. Look at that, 2,000 years old. Built it to last, that's for sure. And this is how it goes. Down, then up, then down, then up, etc. Walltown Crags, turret 45A. Good viewpoint to keep those pesky Scots out. This is what they would have thought. You can see lots and lots of steps. It's going to be a killer climb. We have a steep drop first.
Last time we did this, it was boiling hot, and then it got quite late and dark, and we had to find a wall to get behind, some shelter, because we collapsed in a heap with a cup of tea.
It's much nicer with cloud and a breeze. We've had a nice half hour or so walking across farmers' fields, nice and flat, but there we've got some hills to climb. What type of sheep are you? Sun's out, it started to rain. Just before I got the camera out, it was thick hail, just for 30 seconds. Mad. Here it comes again, it's getting thicker. 10 minutes later, sun's out. Look at that, beautiful sun. And then look at those scary clouds. There's Caulfield's quarry, and there's toilets here, and we're going to use this bench to make a cuppa. We have taken over the table for lunch. We're walking past the lake at Caulfield Quarry. This is quite a big mile castle. Caulfield's mile castle 42. Yeah, it's a big one. Looking down on Caulfield's Quarry, a nice bit of the wall going up there. We're going to take this path and walk along the wall. That's looking north towards Scotland. I am tying my laces on Hadrian's Wall. On Hadrian's with an H wall. Lisa, what have the Romans actually ever done for us then, eh? They've taken everything we've got. And not just from us, from our fathers, and from our fathers' fathers, and from our fathers' 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 fathers. And what have they ever given us in return, eh?
Aqueducts.
Oh yeah, aqueducts, okay.
Sanitation.
All right, aqueducts and sanitation. Hadrian's Wall selfie. Core Gap, turret, 41A. Watching the frontier. Shield on the wall. This is Core Gap, and you can go down that way to Windshield's campsite at Once Brewed, but that's long.
But this time we're going to go up and over.
That's where we're going, and the gate sign says Core Gap. There's the trig just up there, and there's a finger post here, and we're going to, in a minute, turn right and go down to the campsite at Once Brewed. But before we do that, we're just going to go up while the weather's good. Not sure what'll happen tomorrow. We're going to go up and touch the top of the trig and have a look around. Here is the trig point on Hadrian's Wall. Oh, it's got a Lisa growing out the top of it. Happy tap. Good way to end the stage.
Hey, we did it.
Looking into England. looking towards Scotland. This is what the Romans would have seen, apart from maybe the pylons and the farms, looking into England. And then they would have peered over a wall into Scotland, as was then. Got a nice 7-mile hike today from Greenhead, Thurwall Castle to Walltown Campsite at Once Brewed. There's our pitch. It's £12 per person. Stayed here before. It's an amazing campsite. Great showers, kitchen. You can use a kettle. You can plug your stuff in. Massive field. There's another field next door. So if this one's full, which it never would be, you can camp there. Highly recommend this place. Malcolm, the owner, great guy. We are in the kitchen at Windshields. Look at it, it's great. And we are having a cup of tea. Nothing quite like a nice cup of tea. All showered, super clean. Relax for a bit, and then pub. We are walking to the pub. Twice Brewed in. What we are dealing with here is what's known locally as a flight, where you get a third of a pint of beer in each glass. And in order of appearance, this is Steel Rig, this one here. This one here is the juicy one, and this one is Sycamore Gap Pale Ale.
Oh,
and we've got
let's have a go.
2 flights, reasonably priced at £4.40.
Oh.
And Chris, what have you got?
I got best bitter. A simple drink for a simple man.
Cheers.
So,
First one then, Sycamore Gap. It's nice. Tastes wink. Not too strong.
Okay.
Second one
Couldn't tell you.
is an IPA. It's the juicy one.
That one's nicer.
It's quite fruity.
I like that one.
Juicy, okay. And then this one is the Steel Rig Real Ale.
Ooh.
Oh, that's rich.
I really like that one.
Moving towards a Guinness.
It is, isn't it?
Right, I think my favourite one though.
Strong.
I'm going for the juicy one.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a bit sweeter.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good elf. Steak and ale pie for Chris. Steak and ale pie for me. Some veg. Lisa's got pea and mint soup. And a cheese board.
Yum yum.
Going well? Tasty?
Yeah, soup's gorgeous.
Nice one.
Just gonna chuck some cheese in it.
Walking back from the pub. We'll be up there again tomorrow.
Waking up at the campsite behind Thurwall Castle. We had a little trek up to the castle to see the remains of the 700-year-old castle before crossing back over the river and coming across and up, nice gentle up on a grassy path. Even though it says it's invisible, it was well marked before reaching Walltown recreation site, and then up and around the quarry. Hadrian's Wall is also the Pennine way, and there's lots of ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs all the way along. It's a nice little section here through the woodland, and then through farmers' fields before reaching Caulfield's quarry, and then a steep climb up from here. And then down to turret 41A before going back up and down, crossing over to Core Gap. When we did Hadrian's Wall, we came down this road to the campsite. Today we've carried on, going up, up, up on a well-marked grassy path. There's some areas where you can climb on the wall itself before reaching the trig point at Windshield Crags. From here we backtracked slightly to find the path coming down. This is really boggy, really slippy, and yeah, a little bit of difficult walking down here. It doesn't look long, but it's quite long before reaching the campsite at Windshield, before reaching Windshield's campsite. From here you can walk along the road. It's not very far to Twice Brewed at Once Brewed, and then backtracking to the campsite, which is just a most wonderful campsite, and really pleased to be back here staying again on the Pennine Way.